Hello, guys. Good morning. How you doing? Glad to have you guys here. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I seen the funniest thing I've seen all day. I got to show it to you guys. Well, anyway, let's get in here, and I got to find my chart. Oh, first off, today is Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. And I found my chart here. Let's get it started. Okay, click on. There we go. Okay. This is the funniest thing I've seen all day. You know, the government in Italy is the five-star movement. They're kind of a populist movement, you know. Uh, Now, you know how Macron and the French right now are just going in. They're just going crazy over these yellow vests. They don't know what to do. They're running around like when they got their hair on fire, and they're so upset. I mean, they don't know what to do anyway. But France, the government in Italy, is supporting the yellow vest protesters. It says Italy has once again found itself in the center of a political row after Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini and Luigi Di Maio showed their support for France's yellow vest protesters on Monday. They said the Italian government says, "Yellow vests, don't give up." We're ready to give you support, the support you need. This is what they said. The leader of the anti-establishment five-star movement wrote to his party's blog. So Italy is supporting the yellow vest movement. It's just like these countries, you know, these political leaders. Normally, you see them all work together to try to suppress the people, you know. And so France is doing their best to try to crush what's considered the rebellion of the plebes, you know. And Italy comes along, you know, and says, hey, we're gonna. I can't get over that. It's funny, you know, because this is not the way things normally function within government, you know. Generally, these crooks all support one another as being crooks. So generally, what you have is the Italian crooks would support the crooks in France. The government in France, the Italian government normally would support their crooked buddies, you know. But this is just kind of funny. It's kind of ironic. Anyway, let's move on. We got markets to do here. So let's get first into silver here, and let's take a look at what's going on. So, gee, you know, did you see that? Silver was up 11 cents. Pow, the thing refreshed. It's up 13 cents. Oh, my goodness, look at that. She's spiking right upwards. Oh, I love that. I love looking and seeing that. There she goes. She's taking off, boys. She's taking off. Let's see what gold's doing. Up $4.10. It's spiking upwards, too, like a rocket. Boy, I'd like to see that. Ain't that nice? That's the first morning in a long time. I got a little bit of good news. Let's take a look here at cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is $4,004. It's been hovering about that. I'm going to tell you, watching cryptocurrency lately has been boring. Been awfully boring. Cryptocurrency market capitalizations. $136 billion. Bitcoin dominance 51.5%. And cryptocurrency's just kind of hanging on to those gains it made the other day. You know? The coins are not really moving that much, and neither is the market cap. It's staying at 136.8 billion, which is roughly where it's been for the last few days. So we're not seeing a lot of movement in the cryptocurrency space. Let's take a look at the crude oil price. Crude oil price is making its way up, albeit quite slowly, but it's moving up. It's creeping back, you know. It's 51.17, so it's not in the 40s anymore. It's 51.17, 2.79% up today on the day. Let's take a look at the Dow. Okay, the Dow, let me refresh the page. 132 points up. Well, 133 points up. Now, I'll tell you what. The Dow's got room to go up even farther on this sucker rally. I think this sucker rally I think we're about halfway into it. I think honest to gosh, I'll tell you what, Dow's going to continue to rally. And if the news comes back in that they got a trade deal on China, we're going to see this rally extend. You know, thing is why I call this a sucker rally is because the liquidity that supports the market is being drawn out from under the market, so that the market is going to fall eventually. This sucker rally will end. The market's going to fall, and this sucker rally is only going to make it have all that much more room to fall further, if you know what I mean. So bigger crashes. In other words, if something's on the floor, it can't fall. It has to get up there first before it can fall. And so that's what this sucker rally's doing. The market's climbing to fall later. Let's take a look at bonds and rates here. What we're seeing is climbing bond yields. We're seeing the U.S. 10-year at 2.73% this morning. And now you got to understand, I think it was touching down around 2.5 something. Let's just take a look and find out what that was touching before. I know it was quite low there a little while ago at its bottom. Okay, its bottom was right down here. It looks like 2.55 at the close, if I'm reading that right. 2.553 was at its bottom, and now it's 2.73. So that's over 20 basis points. Yeah, it's not quite 20 basis points, around 20 basis points. So that's quite a little climb. She's climbing back up again. I'll tell you, I'm expecting it to climb back up past these peaks right here of 3.22 and so on. So I'm looking for that 3.25. I can see her racing back up. I could see this continuing, because if we look at the longer picture, we got to go to the 5-year here, and you can see it turned. The market turned. Bonds turned back on 2016, and we've been in a crashing bond market ever since. This has been going up. It's still on its way up. It's had a few dips on its way up, but it's still on its way up, and it's went through a dip, a rather significant dip. But these dips are only on a longer term. These dips, you can see that the prices just follow that X there. See, it's just going up, 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 and it's continuing. You know, and so we're going to pass that 3.25%. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index. Oh, the dollar just went down, suddenly spiked down, and this is coinciding with your up in price in gold and silver. Now, the dollar's been exhibiting a lot of weakness. And part of the reason why the dollar's exhibiting weakness is the fact that these trade deals are going to get settled. People are thinking, hey, you know, rosy times are here again. The Fed's not going to do any more quantitative tightening, and the Fed's not going to raise interest rates anymore. The Fed never said they were going to do any of that. The Fed just said we're data dependent, and the Fed just said we're going to be patient. They could just be patient for one day. Well, we were patient yesterday, and today we're going to raise rates. Sorry. You know, I mean, they're getting a head fake from the Fed. So listen, thank you guys for listening. I know this has been a little bit of a short market report this morning. Biggest stories this morning that we're following is the downswing in the dollar, coinciding with the upswing in gold and silver prices, and that's the biggest story that we're following today. Other than that, and you know, I mean, this thing with France is not over yet. The crackdown continues.